Very glad you're here. You'll be very glad you're here today, so welcome aboard. My apologies in advance. Last night on the way home from Santa Claus, I started getting some kind of a cough, and if I burst out in a cough or two or a sneeze, bear with me, but I'm good. Hopefully I don't
Here, I
lose
got a
my voice.
napkin for you if you need it.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. That's a virtual napkin. Got it. So anyway, my job today for the first 10 minutes is real simple. Just to let you know a little bit about my background and how this all came about. I met Mr. Barsano in a roundabout way in 2012, and as a result of that, you are all here today about to listen to something you've never seen, and it doesn't, like Edward said, it just simply does not exist anywhere else in the world in a set it and forget it fashion with this type of track record and success record. Obviously, we don't make guarantees, but you can look at the past of what it's done, and it's very easy to surmise what kind of success you could have yourself. So, um, I'm in the Southeast many, many years, originally from up north, Northeast. And my background's mainly financial services, but fast forward to 2020, September, I had the time and the inclination to learn all I could about this digital money revolution. See, I missed the internet revolution. And that was a pretty big deal. In fact, we could not experience this digital money revolution if we didn't first have the internet revolution. It just wouldn't work, wouldn't happen. So consequently, I knew how lucrative that space was back in the day that I missed. I was just busy living my life and kind of in la la land, not paying attention to things. Just like 93 to 95% of the world right now is oblivious to this digital money revolution with folks, the bottom line is you cannot live 10 lifetimes and experience what we're about to experience here with blockchain, AI, DePIN, which is decentralized physical infrastructure networks, NFTs. We're talking about crypto. It's unbelievable what lies ahead for us all. Golden opportunity. Now, most of those things I just mentioned, though, you have to be proactive and deal with it every day. This is something where you don't. Literally, in less than a 10-minute setup, you could set it and forget it and automate a portion of your financial life. Just put it to work. And there's only two things I ask of you all as you go through this and listen to this today. Remember two things, very important. Number one, I can't stress enough how literally this is set it and forget it. I've got to give you an example. Let's say you get the 3-year license. You go to Europe with your family for the summer for 90 days. You have no internet access. Obviously, you would, but let's pretend you have no internet access. You didn't take your laptop or your phone with you. You have nothing. Your trader is making money for you on Mr. Barsano's servers while you're there for the 90 days daily. It's doing what it's intended to do. So literally, it's set it and forget it. And you can't find that anywhere. Show me. If you could find one, show me. I want to see it. Now, along with the track record, obviously. The second thing I'm going to ask you to pay attention to and have in the forefront of your mind as we go through this is what Mr. Barsano has created is a leveling of the playing field in terms of an opportunity for us to make money, whereby all of us, without being an accredited investor, without knowing anything about trading, without knowing anything about crypto, you hardly have to know anything about computers, frankly. You could automate a portion of your financial life. How great is that? It's just unbelievable to me. So here's what happened. Um, in 2012, I have a dear, dear friend that I met, and he asked me a question. And he said, Attila, I came across something you got to see. But let me ask you a question first. If you could have a guy in your house in the spare room, a bedroom or an office that was a professional trader, and let's say it was a male, this gentleman was a professional trader, very good at it, very good at taking profits every day. And all this person did for you 24/7 was take profits for a portion of your stock portfolio. Whatever monies you put in the stock market to trade, this guy's doing it for you automatically while you sleep. What would that be worth to you? And I sat there and I'm like, that would be worth a lot. Okay, because I don't want to learn how to trade and I don't have the patience for it. That would be worth a lot. So he said, I found that. I found a gentleman who was one of the first original programmers for Microsoft Corporation back in the mid 80s. And he after he retired, after 9 years, got involved in the stock market, but he took a beating in the year 2000 with the stock market crash, where he lost a large portion of his financial wealth. And that frankly ticked him off. And he said, "You're messing with the wrong guy. I'm going to level the playing field now. I'm going to create for the masses, for the average Tom, Dick, and Harry, Sally, and Susie, a platform with which a person can take whatever they want, 5,000, 2,000, 20,000, $800,000, put it into this trader. And here's what the trader did. I bought the trader in 2012. It was only for stocks back then. So Monday morning, first of all, it was a little bit tedious to set up compared to now. It was about a 60 to 90 minute setup. So it was cumbersome, but once you had it set up, it turned itself on at 9:30 in the morning, right before the stock market opened, traded for you all day. And then at 4 p.m. when the stock market closed, it shut down automatically, taking profits for you, buying more when the price went down. You could be on a plane from LA to New York, and this thing is just making money for you while you're flying. So it was pretty remarkable. It really was. And that's when I met Mr. Barsano. We actually, I helped him market it back then. We were flying all over the country and we were taking out laptops on planes. I'll let him tell that story, but boy, that was fun. So anyway, let's fast forward now, because what happened was that marketing company that approached Ed Barsano back in the day, they did actually help him take that to market, and they sold a whole bunch of traders, like to the tune of $16 million approximately in 2 years. However, partnerships are tough. Things got a little ugly, and Mr. Barsano, much to his credit, he's very, very protective of his brand. Yeah. So he pulled it. He says, "This is not going in the right direction. I'm going back to solo." And in 2019, sold out to a hedge fund. Now, I'm almost done with the story. So about 10 months ago, I'm sitting in my office and I was thinking, I've got a great crypto portfolio. I'm set with my buying. I'm a hodler. I was a hodler. But my parents always said cash is king. Well, I believe that's morphed into cash flow is king. Cash is king is out the window. Cash flow is king, because if you have enough cash flow, life is good. Okay. If you don't have enough cash flow coming in the household, life is not that good. So I'm sitting there going, how can I just keep my crypto earning more crypto, my money earning more money? And it took me 24 hours, but it hit me right between the eyes. And I thought of my friend Ed Barsano, and I said, you know what? I'll bet somewhere in the last 3, 4 years, Mr. Barsano created a robotic autonomous trader for the crypto market. I still had his phone number in my iPhone. I called him, I tracked him down. We spoke for 3 hours. He confirmed my hunch. And he said 4 things to me. He said, first of all, and this is not one of the 4, he says, "Attila, this crypto trader is light years ahead of the stock trader we had back in the day." And he said, here's 3 or 4 reasons why. Number one, stocks are 5 days a week, 6 hours a day. Crypto's 24/7, 365. Number two, as you know, to make money in any kind of trading, whether it's stocks, precious metals, Forex, crypto, you need volatility, lots of it, up and down, up and down, up and down action all day long. He said, "Attila, as you know, there's no asset class more volatile than crypto." I said, absolutely, you're right on that one. The third thing he said is, "Attila, you're going to love the next two." He says it's not downloadable software anymore. It's web-based. I could have you live, your money trading live in less than 10 minutes. I said, let's do it. I went live. I bought the license on the spot. And in less than 10 minutes, I started with 9K. I was live trading. The trader was working for me. But here's the last thing that was most exciting for me. Now, in the last 4 years and 4 months, I knew I was going to be the guinea pig, and I knew I was going to lose some money because we're early. It's the wild, wild west here with this digital money revolution. So I knew I was going to lose some money, but I didn't think I would lose in excess of $100,000. Now, I've made a lot more than that, but I lost out $100,000 in trying to find cash flow projects in the crypto markets. Why did I lose that? Very important. Listen carefully. I lost that because my crypto funds were not sitting in my own account where I controlled it. It was on a third party's wallet or a third party's exchange. So when things went south, I couldn't access my crypto. So the fourth thing Ed said to me is, Attila, I created an API connection right to your own Coinbase or Kraken account, which you control 1,000%. So hey, he says, I can't touch your Coinbase or Kraken account if I wanted to. Okay. And that to me was the kicker because it's all about safety and security. You want to make sure your funds are always safe in this game. Okay. So, um, like I said, I bought the license on the spot. It's been working phenomenally, even better than the stock trader back in the day. So we invited, Edward and I invited Ed on today so that he can answer the most common questions we get. Ed, thanks again for manipulating your schedule a little bit away from Wednesdays to Thursday and joining us today.
It's cool. I enjoy it. You know, I love talking.
I know you do.
I can't wait for you to get done so I can talk.
Tell me how you really feel. So anyway, the bottom line question number one is we've all heard these buzzwords out there, Ed, over the last 1 or 2 years about AI bot this, AI bot that, AI bots, blah, 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 blah. They're just thrown around so loosely. So you have a robotic autonomous trader enhanced with AI. So what distinguishes your portion of your AI with these so-called AI bots, crypto AI trading bots we hear about? That's question one.
Okay. Well, I've been doing AI since '89 at Microsoft, my Microsoft days.
Mhm.
And it was in the original Auto Trader, from all the way from 2000. I never bragged about it. I never said, "Hey, look at me, I have an AI trader." I mean, I just, AI is a nice bell and a whistle, but AI can't tell you one plus one is two. It's a learning system. So it has to learn. And as it learns, it gets smarter and smarter the more it sees. And so I've been doing AI now in these traders for what, 24 years now? These AIs that are out there now, even if they were real, which I question, um, they don't know what they don't know. They've only been running a couple years. They haven't seen all the stuff the market has to throw at them
Mhm.
and all the errors the exchange has to throw at them that they're going to have to deal with. They have no clue. So they're just, it's like a 24-year-old competing with a 1-year-old. I mean, they really don't even have a prayer. And, like somebody asked me once, will you tell me what you think of this AI trader? And they gave me a link and I clicked on it. And the first thing I saw when I clicked on it, it said, you can pick from 50 of our strategies. And I'm like, what are they talking about? 50 strategies? I got one strategy and we're all using it. I can't even imagine. I mean, what are you going to do as a client? You're going to click on that and which one of those 50 are you going to pick? It's like I don't know what they're talking about and that's not AI anyways. AI can't, like I said, AI can't tell you one plus one is two. And it's not the AI, like what I like to say, is not the star of the dish. AI alone can't really do anything. It can tell you one thing, maybe. It can tell you one thing. Each AI can only tell you one thing, so you can't say I have an AI trader. You have an AI enhanced trader, or you have a trader that has some AI in it. But to brag that it's AI, that I have an AI trader, there's so many things in the trader that I call the star of the dish. The trader is the star of the dish. How it manages your money and when to go in and when to go out and how many shares to buy and there's so many decisions to make and should I make this trade? And the AI is a nice add-on. I call it an add-on. If this and I can tell you the two AIs that I built into the trader. See, there's no secret. When the price of a coin is going up and the software determines it's time for me to take profit, it'll call the AI and it'll say, AI, what do you think? Do you think it's going to go higher in the next few minutes? I didn't say, do you think it's going to go higher in the next day or the next hour? I said, do you think it's going to go higher in the next few minutes? If the AI says it's going to go higher, then the software will hold off on taking that profit and it'll let it go higher. If the AI doesn't say it's going to go higher, then the software will go ahead and take the profit. Now, reciprocally on another AI that when the price is going lower and the software says, I want to buy more, it'll call another AI and say, do you think the price is going to go lower within the next couple minutes? And if the AI doesn't think it's going to go lower, then the software will go ahead and buy. That's all the AI is good for. It's like the trader is the trader. This is the star of the dish. And what I'm doing is I'm holding my hands around my laptop. This is the star of the dish. This trader is the star of the dish. The AI is a nice bell and a whistle. I'm going to
Yep.
call it a bell and a whistle. The AI by itself, you have nothing. So I wouldn't be bragging about it. You know, it was a nice add-on, even in my last trader. If you clicked on the AI up in the menu in the old trader, the downloadable software, it brought up a screen with all the numbers on it. And it showed you everything the AI was doing and what it thought about the market. And, you know, so that's what AI is. You know, it's pretty big. It's a lot of code. It's separate from the auto trader, completely separate. You couldn't put the AI inside the auto trader because it would drag everything to its knees. Everything would go slower. That's why the AI runs on its own servers.
Wow.
So that's the
That's a
difference.
great explanation, Ed. And by the way, folks, we will be looking at a live trader here in a few minutes, and you'll be able to see some profits taken with using the AI and some more buys when the coin went down using AI. So we'll show you that in a few minutes. But Ed, you just mentioned something a few minutes ago about money management. That's actually the second question. When someone gets the license and they put in whether it's 2,000, 20,000, 200,000. So often they expect all that money to be pulled into the trader, and it's not. When I started with
Instantly.
yeah, I know. When I started with 9,000, after a week I had 750 in the trader trading for me, and it was making money. Can you explain the method to your madness regarding the money management? And that's really, in my opinion, the star of the dish is your strategy and the
Yeah.
money management.
Well, the money management is the star of the dish. That's what makes the whole thing work. Where everyone loses money, and I've been doing this 24 years, and I've presented all over the country, and I can tell you, it's the money management that people are missing.
Mhm.
Most people want to go all in. And what I mean is they if they have $10,000, they want that 10,000 working for them. Now, I'll tell you, the software is actually using all 10,000, even though you don't see it buying $10,000 worth of your coins. And I'll explain how in a minute. But if I remember, I'll explain how. If I remember to tell
I'll
you.
remind you.
But but what it does is the software, if you go all in, and here I am with this is the coin from top to bottom. This is my prop I like to use. It's the smart water prop. And so what I do is if the coin is if you go all in at the top, then you're just a buy and holder. And when the price goes down, and let me rephrase that. I'm going to say when the price goes down, not if, but when, because it will go down. And when it goes down, you're dead. Because then you're all in up here and the price is lower and you're done. You're just a buy and holder. And now what happens is the price is going up and down here, but you're not making any money. You're just watching your account balance go higher and lower, but you're not making any money. You're not selling anything. You're doing the equivalent of buying a silver dollar and throwing it in the drawer and watching silver go up and down. And some people hold their silver for 30 years, literally making no money when they could have made tens of thousands of trades buying and selling and taking all that money, all those profits. I call this profits for life because if you, so I don't put all the money in up here. The software puts a little of the money in and it reserves enough money to trade no matter where the price goes.
Mm.
No matter where it goes, it could drop 80% like it did in the last crash from 2021 from October to now. Some of the coins are down 80%. If you're a buy and holder up here, you're ready to jump out of a window because man, you're not making anything until that price goes all the way back up to where it was in October of 21. Whereas us, we're already net positive. We've taken more money off the table in profits from the wiggles than you're down on the inventory that you bought on the way down. I could show you that when you want me to. If I could share my screen, I could show you this bucket in a well I created.
Oh, well, show the bucket in the well, but first answer the question you said you were going to get back to about even though we don't see it, the trader is using the funds like the 10.
Right.
Yeah.
It even though it's not. Thank you for reminding me. See how
Mhm.
fast I forgot that?
No worries.
um, I appreciate you reminding me of that. What happens though is even though it didn't put all your money in the market, you can pretend like it did because the software is reserving enough. So that whole $10,000 is actually being reserved, even though it's not physically being shown to you. It's actually being reserved to buy the coin 25 times down. So what that
Mm.
means is it's like a toll booth, a toll road. You have a toll road with 25 toll booths on it. Now, even though you don't see the toll booths that are out there ahead of you, but the software has allocated, it's essentially created them internally. It created 25 toll booths. So no matter where the car goes, it's always going through one of your toll booths. So you turn that up vertically and it's the same as the price. No matter where the price goes, you're always driving through a toll booth,
Mm.
buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling. The toll booths you can't see are really there, but you didn't see it physically use the money. So that's why a lot of people think that their money's not being used. And in reality, it is being used.
Got it.
Um,
Very good.
so So if I could show you, I mean, and what's great about when you have all these toll booths out there, can you imagine driving down a road with 25 toll booths on it and you're constantly paying? And if you try to go backwards and you pass up a toll booth going the other way, then when you go through it again, you got to pay again. I mean, I've got them no matter where they go. You just got to keep paying me.
If you
I
live
feel
in
so
Jersey, that's real.
diabolical. Pardon me?
If you live in Jersey, that's real.
I know. Florida too on that turnpike.
True.
Excellent,
I mean,
Ed.
I was driving in Florida and I finally I mean I was in a rental car and I'm like, I don't know what all these tow booths are, but I'm gonna quit paying them and I'm gonna just drive through these.
Yeah. The
I
car
never
was
got anything in the mail. Um, but I
Ed,
mean I didn't know it was a little weird. I saw other people driving through them, but I guess they had a sticker on their window. I don't know.
hey,
They
Ed, why
should
don't
have
you
put it on my
cover
loaner.
the bucket in the well is a great analogy, and then after that, let's go to a live trader so people can see
Okay,
the guy and a bunch of other things.
so let me explain the bucket and the well real fast. I was in Raleigh, North Carolina presenting to an audience and I was talking about AI. I wasn't even there to talk about robotic trading. I was just talking about what AI is. And I saw a whiteboard and so I naturally went up to the whiteboard. He couldn't pass up a whiteboard. And I drew a picture of a bucket and a well, a bucket and a well. And I asked the audience, there was 80 people in this audience, and I said if the bucket goes all the way to the bottom and gets the water, goes all the way down, gets the water and goes all the way back up and dumps it out, and then it does it again, and it keeps repeating that for the rest of your life. Goes down, all the way down, gets the water, goes all the way back up and dumps it out. How much water can it pump? Now, this wasn't a trick question or anything. People quickly started throwing numbers out. 1 million gallons, 1 billion gallons, 1 trillion gallons. Nobody questioned that. They were happily accepted those answers. So then I said, well, let's look at the crypto market now. What if the price doesn't have to go all the way down? It can just go down 3% and up 3%. Down, up, pump money. Down, up, pump money. And it doesn't matter. It could drop 50%. You're just constantly buying, selling, buying, selling, buying, selling for the rest of your life. How much money can that pump out? And nobody had an answer for that. All I heard was silence, and then I heard one guy in the audience say, "There's no way that could be real." I love that. I just love it. It's just, I mean, it's not a trick. It's just obvious that you're going to keep pumping money forever until you die. It's just free money. And that's what's always bewildered me since 2000. Since I got hammered in the 2000 crash when I didn't know anything about the market, I was all in like everybody else. I was in all the tech stocks, and I watched millions of dollars vaporize, in a few months. And that's when I said, "You picked on the wrong guy, man." I was already retired 5 years, bored to death because I retired at 39. And I just said, "You picked on the wrong guy, baby. I'm going to hurt you for that. I don't know who you is, but whoever you are, I'm going to hurt you for that. I'm going to release auto traders to the public and let everybody just grind money out of the market for free." And that's what I did, and that's what I've been doing for 24 years. It's like, why would I ever stop? I mean, because I learned from everyone. Everyone gives me suggestions, and I jot them down in my little pads here, and the good stuff gets through, and the bad stuff I throw away. And then we learn also. I learned about all the technical indicators, and I threw all those in the AI, and I said, "You deal with that mess." Because I'm not going to sit here and look at each indicator and worry about is it bullish or bearish. Let the AI handle that.
Hmm.
And so the AI has 27 indicators in it. The software is designed to just grind money out of the market, just chase the money. We don't chase indicators, we chase money directly. You can't move the prices even 3% up without giving me money. You're like the tax man. If you went to the internet and posted, "I'm like the tax man," the government would probably step in and say, "He can't collect taxes." That's probably what they would say because you are exactly like that. And let me say something about toll booths. The toll booth industry in this country rakes in billions of dollars a year. I researched that on the internet. You can Google it too. Search around. Every state, all these states that have these toll booths, they are raking in billions, billions, and all they're doing is taking a couple bucks from each car going through the toll booth. And that's all we do is we just take our toll. We are like the tax man.
Awesome.
But here's the toll booth that I created. Here's the bucket and a well. If the bucket goes all the way down and gets the water and goes all the way back up, I told you about that. But here's what the software does. It goes down a little, buys, goes up a little, sells. Now here you're holding that loser. You just hang on to it because the price went a little lower. Now we're buying and selling down here. No matter where they move the price. All right, now we're holding these couple losers, and it doesn't matter that we're holding these. They don't mean anything. We are wherever the money goes, we go. Wherever the price goes, we go. You just got to keep paying and paying and paying. Now, let me tell you, having all these losers is okay because eventually, when the price goes a little higher, we sell all of them off. That's what I call a well-seasoned auto trader.
Mhm.
A well-seasoned auto trader has inventory. If you don't have any inventory, then you have nothing to sell. And the example I made up about 3 weeks ago, I said, if you're running a 7-Eleven, and for those of you that are international, it's like a Quick Mart or a small grocery store, and you only have one bag of potato chips on the shelf, if a school bus full of kids pulls in, how many bags of potato chips are you going to sell? One, because that's all the inventory you had. But if you have 20 bags of potato chips on the shelf and a school bus full of kids come in, you sell 20 bags of chips. So it's good to have a lot of inventory. So, but I always say is down is good. Now that's hard to swallow for some people. Their DNA, our DNA wants to buy and have it go up. People actually spend years doing research looking for technical indicators that'll tell them when something's going to go up. And that's when they want to go in. They only want to go in when it's going up. And I'm like, no, you want to go in while it's going down. Actually, people call me when the market's rocketing, like we're having a big up day. I actually get at least 5 calls a day on my phone when the market's going up like that. And they say, "I want to be all in. I want to be all in." And I say, "You do realize that everything we're selling on this up day, we bought on down days. So call me when the market's down and tell me you want to be all in." and nobody calls. Nobody calls you when the market's on a down day and says, I want to be all in. I want to be all in. They only want to be all in when the prices are up. Well, it's too late then. You don't have anything to sell. So you can jump in, and now it's just a gamble. You're gambling now. You jump in while it's up. You're gambling that it's going to go higher. When it's going down is when you want to accumulate so that you can sell all that off. Plus, on a nice day, if a coin jumps, say a coin jumps 20%, and we get that all the time. Demo a couple months ago, DIMO went up 50% in one day. A few months before that, like actually about 6 or 7 months ago, Shiba Inu went up 66% one day, and then it went up 100% the very next day. So all that inventory you're holding, you can get huge returns on even on a 20% move. You'll sell 10 of these lots of this inventory off in one move. So you'll get 20% on the bottom one that you just bought, 20% profit. The one above that you're going to sell off, you'll get 18% if you're adding on 2% drops. Then the one above that you're getting 16%. The one above that you're getting 14%, all the way down to until you sold until you've made 20%. So you're making 100% in one day instead of the guy that's waiting for an update just to buy one, and he makes 20%. 20% versus 100% profit in
Yeah.
one move. So inventory down is good. Remember these phrases, and if you put them on a t-shirt, you got to put my name under it. Ed Barsano said down is good. And and you have to have a well-seasoned trader. So when the market's just going up a lot of days in a row, especially you new people that are just going to sign up on day one, as soon as you sign up, the software's going to buy. And then the next day it's going to go up 3%. You're going to sell it and take a little bit of profit. That's just a little bit of profit because your trader isn't well seasoned. You need some down days. So what happened last week? We got like 7 down days in a row. Man, what a blessing that was, man.
Yep.
And then we had 2 up days, and in those 2 up days, we sold everything off that we bought on those 7 down days. How
Yep.
sweet was that?
That
Very.
almost sounds diabolical, Ed.
Yeah, evil. I'm evil. I'm like,
Can we go to
what
a
was
live
that,
trader?
Rob? Or what's his name? Underdog.
Oh,
The mad
Dastardly Dan?
scientist on Underdog. The mad
Dastardly
scientist on
Dan.
Underdog. Simon Bar Sinister.
Yeah.
Oh, that's,
I
Right.
do feel evil, that it's almost like you got to be stopped because you release this trader that just grinds money out of the market like free money forever for
well,
literally for the
you've
rest of your
literally
life.
changed the dynamics of trading.
And nobody else can do it, and after 24 years this is millions of lines of code. There's so much in here that it's more than just the way I make it sound like, oh yeah, we'll buy it here and we'll sell it there. We make it sound so easy. Looking at the code, you'd say, whoa, that's not as easy as it looks. But the
Mm.
software handles all that. Handles all the stuff that the market's throwing at you. It's holding on to the winners and not letting it take it.
Mhm.
The AI, because it's going higher. There's a lot of stuff in there, to just grind out as much money as possible.
Yeah, let's go to a
So
live trader.
you want to run to a live trader?
Yeah, let's do that because a lot of things we could show folks that are going to end up being
All
questioned.
right.
Yeah.
Well, this is what we were just talking about. The open positions are the inventory. Those lines that I said it went below.
Mhm.
This is right here, the open positions inventory. But then you have the closed positions, the profits you keep taking, and this number just goes up and down. But this number, closed position, just goes higher and higher and higher for the rest of your life.
Mhm.
And it puts the profits in this down here, current profits saved. So it puts all your profits in the save bucket. So here's a trader. This trader has been running since
February.
since February 7th, 2023. It's a live trader. And it took 260,000 in profits.
What'd you
I
start with that? Can you
I
tell
started
me?
this trader with 200,000.
Okay, great.
And it put all 260 should have gone to my profit saved. However, I told the profit saved setting, I said percent of profits to save. I said save 50% of the profits. And so that's the 50% that it saved. The other 50% I've been living on. I have a Coinbase card, a Visa card, and it's like the card that never stops giving. And every day I'm not, and I can't and somehow in my brain that's all I think. Every time I stick it in a credit, the card machine, I think to myself, the card that never stops giving, the card that never stops giving, literally 3 times a day, the card that never stops giving. It's just a free money, and I mean, it literally is like free money. I don't know what to say. And that's what always bewildered me since 2000. I was looking at the market. I was going, this is free money. Why is everybody gambling? And that's what bewildered. To this day, I still can't figure it out. Why is everybody gambling when the market's literally giving you free money for life?
Mhm.
It's nobody said the market had to be gambling. Nobody said you had to treat the market like you're in Las Vegas, like you're in a casino. And I mean, you never hear it on TV. Nobody's saying you have to gamble. And I don't think Warren Buffett and all these other billionaires are out there gambling. You see the market going, if you look at any chart, it's just numbers going up and down like that. This is just free money. What you need is proper money management that you simply can't do manually. You
Mhm.
need a program to do it. And the program handles it perfectly.
Can you show the some of the transactions down below under filled orders so people?
Okay. Well, today, let's just look first off, right off. Let me get these pictures out of the way. Today's a beautiful day. This is a beautiful day. Today's move. You got Alchemy Pay down 5.73%. Thank you. Thank you. I love it. Doge is down 6%. GRT is down just about 6%. Shiba Inu is down 5%. If I go down here to Bitcoin, it's down, it's all the way down here. I only put Bitcoin on there just so I can see. It's like an index. What is Bitcoin doing?
Right.
And it's down 3.46%. So it's a beautiful down day, a beautiful buy day actually. So if I look down here, and you notice on the right here, you see some of these have dates and the ones up here don't. The ones that don't have a date means today. Because some days you're going to have, 6 or 8 screens full of transactions and it's nice to just glance until you see a date. So the ones without the date, that's all today. And you notice, look, 4 buys, and here they are over here on the left, ACH, GRT, SHIB, and Doge. 4 opens, right? It only bought each one of them one time. This is where the software said, take it easy, market's getting stupid. So let's take a look up here on the currency for a second. I'm going to expand this so I can see the individual lots that it bought. And today it only bought one of each. So it's saying this one here is down. It's actually telling us next estimated buy price is 0.0222, right? And the current price is 0.023. Whoops, is 0.023. Let's go back up there. So it's telling us where it's going to buy the next one. It's saying this price has to drop to that before it buys again. Okay, that's one. Go down to Dogecoin, and it's saying that it wants to buy at 30 cents, and it's currently at 31 cents. So it's telling you what it's going to do. It's saying it's got to drop a penny. When that one drops a penny, it knows to buy more. Look at GRT. There's only 4 of them. We'll just look. He's saying it has to go down to 19.38 cents, and it's currently at 20.73.
Mhm.
So it's still got to drop a little before it wants to buy more. And Shiba Inu is the last one. It's got the 4 zeros and 2033. is where it wants to buy more, and it's at point 4 zeros with 2 1. So it's saying none of these are low enough. They need to drop a little more before the software is going to buy. And the software is ruthless. It won't give that market a fraction of a penny, baby. I mean, until you go down as far as it needs to go, you can't mess with the software. You can't fool. Nobody can jerk with the market can't jerk with your software. The software says it's got to go down this much more, and until it does it, it ain't you can't fool the software. It just sits back and says, "Hey, I'm gonna wait." Now, normally, a lot of times, what you'll see also is the software will go to in the slowdown mode. There's no message up here above it, but the software says if the market's really in crash mode, really going down hard, the software will say in slowdown mode, and when the software goes into slowdown mode, it slows down its buying. It says, you know what? I see the market's crashing here. Take it easy. We'll wait, let it go down further, and we'll jump in there. So there's a lot of little things besides the AI. Also, the software can see a lot of stuff. Even without the AI, the software would be just fine. But now here's the AI. This is cool here. You can actually see this one here says all add to position rules pass, and it put an AI at the end of it. That's telling it that the AI got involved in that trade and it let it go below where the software said it wanted to buy. The
Mhm.
software said it's gone down this much, and based on these numbers here that it showed up here, based on this, let's go to the next one. That one's actually going higher. This one here, based on this number, it went when it reached this number, the software said, I want to go ahead and buy more, but then AI kicked in on this one and said, hold on, don't buy it yet.
Mhm.
It's the price is going lower. And and you can see yesterday was or 2 days ago, the 23rd was an all up day. So look at all the selling. We just sell all that inventory off that we bought on a down day. How
Your
beautiful is
profit.
that?
Your
Free
profit.
money. Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks for the free money. So, and you can see all these trades, profit goal reached. It's like the software it's a money machine. It's just going to keep taking and taking and taking. And you can see there's very few AIs. The AI has not kicked in on any of these. So the market as a whole is not really moving, but
Mhm.
the software is just taking, scraping all that it can out of the market, even though all those technical indicators are not saying that it's going to go higher or any of that or lower. It's just not saying anything.
Hey,
So all
Ed.
those technical analysts out there, they don't know what to do because the market's really not moving.
Hey, Ed.
Yes.
Do me a favor. One of the more frequently asked questions also is like, what can I expect in terms of returns if I put in 5,000, 10,000? Now, like Edward said, we can't tell you and we can't give you a number. There's no guarantees here. But what Ed Barsano put together was a history of the top 50 accounts that people have, and you could see how much they opened their account with, their trading account
Hmm.
and what it grew to in one full year. So Ed, take it away on that one. That's
Sure.
real
I
cool.
have it. It's right on the website, by the way. You can go to gobabytrade.com and click on trade reports. I brought it up here.
Right. Anybody could,
So, like this guy here, he only started with $100, okay? And the software took 132. That doesn't sound like a lot, but percentage-wise, it's 122%. Where do you get that? Where do you get an investment like that? That'll just, while you're traveling or whatever, this thing's automatically just taking free money. Um, and you can see down here some of these other ones, like here, this one started with 45,000 and it took 52,000 in profits. That's 115% return again. Now that's 50, 90, 97, just about $98,000. But you can see over here his account ended with 161,000. Now you say, why is that? If he should only have 45 plus 52, why does he have 161,000? It's because what people do when they see what the auto trader is doing, they throw more money in. They start doing crazy stuff like mortgaging their houses and stuff. And I try to talk them down from that. Slow down, man. Don't be mortgaging your house and but it's very common. Like this one here, he started with 23,000 or 22,500 and he made 22,500. That's $45,000. He made 100% return. But then after he saw the returns he's getting, he went and threw in another 100,000, it looks like.
Hmm.
So, and this one down here, same thing. He started with about $500 and he made almost 500 for 99% return, but then he went and threw another $4,000 more into his account
Hmm.
to,
Yeah.
and that's a common thing. If you actually go to the website, there's a blog here, and if I go to the third video down, don't do this when trading cryptocurrencies. I actually tell you don't do it. You want to hear the video?
No, 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 no. Let's not.
I like to hear myself talk. I tell you don't do it. I would not mortgage my house. People actually give me the play-by-play of how their loan's going. They call me and tell me, yeah, the loan's almost through and all that, and I'm like, man, don't mortgage your house. It's just it's more, the reason I would say don't do it is I don't like the timeline. There's a few things I don't like about it. Number one is when do you have to pay that mortgage back and how will the market behave during that time frame? Because if you didn't have a house payment, why do you want to create a house payment? I
Yeah.
hate that.
No, no.
Or they're borrowing from their 401k and or they're cashing out of their 401k and just taking all the money.
Never a good
Or
idea.
they're getting credit cards and putting all the money into the crypto market. I have a lot of faith in the crypto market because it's just numbers going up and down. Like Attila said, when I turned on the crypto trader for the first time, people were asking me all the way back in 2017 to automate the crypto market. And I was kind of blew them off. I was busy with the stock traders, right? And but then after I went web, I sold that old company off in 2018, and because it was the downloadable software, and I rewrote the software to be web-based and with a lot of improvements also. And so then I did that. I released that in 2000. Then I had a whole year of basically just doing nothing really because the auto traders were running for the stock market. So then I automated in April of 21. And as soon as I turned on that trader for cryptos, I went, oh my God, I'm done with stocks, man. Holy Toledo, those numbers are flying all over. A 20% move one day up, 20% down the next day. That's gold to an auto trader, man. Because you remember with the stocks, we'd be sitting around, a coin would go down and it would sit there for a month. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Remember in 2012, I used to tell people I put up bit like Bank of America, it was $10 a share. And I would say, does anybody in this audience think Bank of America is going to crash anytime soon? Like go to zero? And everybody says no. I'm like, then trade the heck out of it, man. It's free money. As long as they stay in business, they're just going to keep pumping you money forever. Thanks. Thanks for the free money.
Hey, Ed.
It sounds like baloney, though, right? Doesn't this all just sound like it can't be real? But it is just numbers going up and down, just mathematically. It's just so simple.
Hey, Ed. One last thing before we open it up to the questions, and this is a common question. You programmed a default button. When somebody goes live, they could click on the button that says default
Mhm.
cryptos and they trade. The trader will default to the three or four that you've been using for the last three and a
To
half years,
these, yes.
right? But sometimes people want to throw their own coins in, and there's no data. There's no scientific proof that you can make more money with 10 coins or 15 coins than three. So don't get all crazy,
Right.
people. Okay. But show people that highest trade count screen. You can't find this anywhere
This
else,
is,
folks. This is
no.
remarkable.
Well, what happened, just a quick story.
Mhm.
When I first automated the crypto market in April of 21, all the clients coming over were stock traders, really. And they said, Ed, what are you trading? How do I know what coins to trade? And I said, well, I did some research, I did a deep analysis. I'm kidding. I didn't do a deep analysis. I went to the internet and I looked up these coins. Coinbase had 35 coins. So, so I wouldn't call it a deep analysis. I went to the internet and I looked around and then I went to their websites and all. And I came away with Alchemy Pay, ACH. They're like Apple Pay worldwide, and they're in 179 countries. They have 2 million merchants using them. I mean, I'm looking, I'm like, that's a multi-billion-dollar company, and they were 12 cents a share at the time. Of course I want to trade that one. Then Dogecoin was real simple. Every time Elon Musk opens his mouth, he says, "Hey, you can buy a Tesla with your Dogecoin." Frankly, I could buy a Tesla with any coin, but he said, you could buy it with your Doge. And when he says that, what happened to the coin? Some of you know the coin would jump 30%. And then the graph, GRT, they wrote security software for blockchain and address verification, wallet address verification. They get 2 billion, billion with a B, 2 billion hits a day with their APIs.
Hmm.
I write APIs, I don't get 2 billion hits a day.
Hmm.
I don't get anywhere near that. So I'm like, I mean, how do you get 2 billion hits a day if you just think about it? It's got to be related to every trade that takes place in the crypto market. I don't know how else you could get 2 billion hits a day. I mean, are they validating from when a coin starts here and it's being transferred somewhere else? Then did it get there? What is their API doing?
Can you
So I
show?
figured there's a multi-billion-dollar company there too. And then Shiba Inu, anyone here on here, anyone that owns cryptos probably owns SHIB. It's one of the most widely held coins out there. So that's how I came away with these coins. And so these are the default coins. And if you click on the default button when you sign up, as soon as you sign up, there's a default button. You can put in your own coins or hit the default button. It brings up ACH, GRT, and SHIB. I call those my staples. I
Right.
will always trade those coins. Nobody can ever scare me out. I don't care where the prices go because they're just money for life. And
Um,
then about 5 months ago, I created this other report that I didn't have before. And it looks at, and it's created once a month. So this is the December report. And it shows every coin and the exchange that it trades at, how many trades it did last year, the trailing 12 months, how many trades it would have done if you were running it for the last 12 months. And it shows 1,941 for that one. He's been the number one coin for 3 months in a row. And it shows how many trades it did just last month.
yep.
I mean, look at this, 300 trades last month. I mean, how much money could you make
And
doing
just to
300
clarify
trades?
that when you say trades, profitable trades, because
Profitable trades.
the money management
Software never
system,
has a losing trade.
correct. Money management system never sells at a loss. It just collects
Right.
inventory.
So you can see, I mean, these are gold. 1,800 trades in a year, 1,800 profitable trades for one coin. And I'm going to tell you right now, the most popular coins on this list right now. And when I'm helping people and I see their strategy, right, I can see what they're trading. I don't go looking around in people's accounts to see what they're trading. I don't frankly care. But if I'm helping somebody, with their strategy and, we're talking, I can see the coins they're trading. And I can't not see it because it's right in front of me. So AIOZ and math, these are the two most popular. So normally nowadays, a lot of people, when they sign up, they put ACH, GRT, and SHIB, the three defaults that I call my staples, and then they throw in a couple of these from the top. It could be ABT, it could be WIF, Peppy, SPA, but AIOZ and math seem to be the most popular. And I mean, trades, profitable trades just about every day. Give me money, give me money, give me money. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's awesome.
Talk about free
That,
money.
yeah, that is a great report. Now, Ed, we've been doing this an hour now, so it's high time we answer some of the questions that are coming in. So, Edward, do you want to start with the first couple and then we'll...
Yes, and just so to be conservative of everyone's time, we've been answering questions along the way, but we've got 8 that are still wide open, and then we'll address some others as well. For example, excuse me, there's been a few people we did semi-address it in that what anonymous writes. So it appears to have a potential return of 100% APY. Is that correct? Yes, based on historical. Ed, bring up your trader again. Just to reiterate, and this is one of multiple traders, and this is your business.
that
But
I
you did
have.
mention,
I don't really like to.
yeah.
Yeah, it's got $500,000 in it. You don't need that much. People
No,
trade.
no. And we'll give some examples, but just to reiterate, you started this a little bit over a year ago in 2 years ago in 23. No, today it's
Yeah,
24.
February
Right.
7th.
Right. So in 1 year, just a little bit over 1 year, you've started with 200,000 and you have 260, and obviously your account value is still much higher than that. So based on that, yes, it's over 100%. And literally in an 80% down market, if you would think Ed would pick the absolute worst time, didn't pick the worst time on purpose, but April of 21 started, and then as soon as he released the software, 80% nosedive. But in that speaks volumes. Year over year since you lit this up, it's taken over 100%
Right.
profit. Now, going back again, we can't predict the future, but now that it's quite frankly, the trader until recently has never seen a bull market. We're just moving into that. So
Right.
imagine what it's going to do or what it could do
Oh, it's going to be
in this.
fantastic. Because number one, we got all that inventory. Remember, a well-seasoned trader that
Right,
rode the market down so far, sitting on all those open positions.
right.
So now the market turns up. We start going into an uptrend, we're going to be selling all that off, plus all the wiggling that it's going to be doing in the meantime.
Yep.
Nothing goes straight up, nothing goes straight down. Look at
Right.
any chart. You can see it's doing this while it's going higher or lower. And we're just
Yep.
constantly taking, no matter where it goes.
Good. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you, Anonymous, for that question. So let's go. Great question, Sean. I told Sean that I would bring this up as a follow-up. How are our secrets protected on GoBabyTrade from a bad actor? Right. And
No,
just
we don't have any control over anything. We have all your money, your fiat, your USDC and your USD and all your coins, all that's on Coinbase or Kraken. GoBabyTrade has the ability to see your account, that's it, and it has the ability to send orders, buy and sell. Even the exchange doesn't know what's going on. And we float no limit orders in public view. So you are literally invisible to the world until you execute the trade. And all they see is buy or sell, buy, sell, buy this, sell this, buy this, sell this. They don't know anything. And nobody can take anything out of your account.
right.
Nobody
There are
can
ways.
take anything out of it. I don't
Yeah.
have the ability to transfer out of your Coinbase account.
Yeah, that's a good transition into there. If you're traded on Coinbase, which seems to be the most popular, but Kraken as well. There are multiple layers of security. One being there's and I'll shoot this link out. Ed published a excuse me, a short video that shows you how to protect first layer or second or third layer of how to protect your account with being able to turn on whitelist. And actually, I think you had mentioned, Ed, that as soon as you sign up for the system, it either makes you allow whitelist or allow list.
As soon as you go live, you part of the API creation is you create the whitelist.
And that's super important.
If
No one's familiar, if those of you that aren't familiar, the whitelist.
That means that API can't get hijacked and used anywhere else. It can only the GoBabyTrade software can use that API.
Right. It's a gate past the other layers of security that says no one can withdraw funds from your or coins from your account unless you approve it. So if the allow list is turned on, if someone tries to nefariously, a bad actor tries to get to your stuff and gets into your account, excuse me, it sends you alert, and an alert, and you have 48 hours to interrupt that, as in shut that whitelist off so that they
You
can't.
would actually get an email that says somebody's in your account. Look it down at the bottom of the GoBabyTrade menu. Coinbase allow list. You see that?
Right.
We put the link right in the GoBabyTrade menu so you can quickly click that. It takes you right to the allow list feature in Coinbase. So you can stop someone in their tracks. You have 48 hours if someone adds their address to the allow list address book to try to steal your coins.
Right.
We've never had anybody hacked in our system.
Yeah, and there's three other layers of security, password, biometrics, passkey, all of these things that you need to absolutely positively. If you don't have an account, you need to have them when you open your account. And those that do have an account, make sure, and we can help you with that. How can I
Well, we got
send it to
serious.
question? How can I properly secure my account?
Yeah.
So,
Well, we got very serious with security right away. As soon as I turned on the auto trader, people started telling me horror stories of the past before they got GoBabyTrade, and they started telling me how they were being hacked all the time. And I'm like, whoa, I'm gonna have a fortune in this system. I can't. What good is making all this money that we're gonna be making if it's just gonna get stolen? So we got very serious about security in this system. Nobody gets hacked in this system.
good. Anonymous caught you with a grammar error, Mr. Barsano. The website does not look too professional. In the statement, no software to
I love
download.
that.
Hold on. No software to download. Download is misspelled. I know you shouldn't judge a book by its cover,
Does
but
it say that on the website?
I didn't look it up, but
Oh,
obviously if they're pointed out, then we
oh
may not
no.
raise that.
Well, let me tell you this. I'm an internals programmer. I'm not a graphic artist. I don't even at Microsoft for 9 years, I did not create screens. Um, so this software is designed to make money, and I wouldn't waste my time trying to make it look pretty. I mean, I think that would be a total waste of time. I'm not interested in it. And if anybody's interested in pretty screens, I'm sure they can go out to any of those other bots, as they call them, and use them. They'll get pretty screens, they just won't make any money. So it's like, where's your priority,
Yeah.
And I'm really not, everything I need is right on this screen. It's right here. I don't anything you need is right here. It tells you all your coins that you own. It's showing you all the trades that it's making, and there's no reason for you to need anything else. And I don't need to make it look flashy or pretty. That would be a total waste of my time.
Mhm. Anonymous, without seeing the contributions, and I'm assuming this is in the annual report. The contributions after the initial numbers are not useful, or am I missing something? Right? That's when you talk about that third column really is not overly helpful, but it is helpful to know that the reason why those numbers are continuing
Yeah.
to go up or are different from adding the first two columns together is that people see that it's working, it's making money, and they're adding money to their account.
I've wanted to actually remove the third column here because like you said, the contributions. People add more money, it just throws this number off. This number doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, but
This is the one that I care about. This software is cranking out money. This is the only column I really care about. Here's my starting balance. Here's how much money I made with that starting balance. Now, I don't want to remove this right column because it allows us to talk about it, to talk about the behavior of people, I guess,
Right.
that you can
but
see
also
they're
Ed,
throwing money in there
Ed, I
when
must
they
say
see how
you
it
you
does.
qualified it when you were talking about it 20, 30 minutes ago. You totally qualified it. So it was explained pretty clearly what that third column was and how not to pay much attention to that
Yeah, I
because
wouldn't
Right.
pay attention to this column here at all. This
yeah,
one here shows they took out money
right.
because the software says it started with 20,000 just about, and it made a little over 20. That's 40, but yet it's only at 27. It tells me they took money out,
Mhm.
Right.
you know.
Well,
So,
my personal, this thing makes money hand over fist. So if I've got any money that's hanging out that shouldn't be spent, goes into my trader. So I'm always adding on a monthly basis. So yeah, the third column.
oh, we have
No.
people. We have people that start with $500 and then throw $100 a month 100 more a month into their account. By the end of the year, they've got a $1,700 account, their contribution was 1,700, but the software pushed it to 2,500. So even someone starting with not a real lot is on their way. They're at
Right.
2,500. 2 years later, they're at 5,000. Now they're on their way to making wealth. Tell that to my nephew, who's got 500 and tells me he's broke.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, well, with that attitude, you're always going to be broke. I hate to say it, because I see other people what they're doing. They, even just throwing $100 a month in, you're helping the auto trader do what it does. The more money it has, the more money it makes. It's a pure money numbers game. A guy with $1 million makes 100%. He made $1 million. You know, it's a numbers game. The more money you have, the more money you make. And I see people doing it.
All right, we've got a question. It said, I only see Coinbase and Kraken. I'm based in South Africa and use Binance a lot. We get a lot of those questions. Have you ever considered API into other exchanges?
We did. We had Binance automated. Binance.us, and then they stopped trading the US dollar. So that was the end of that. So I
Ah,
unplugged them. Luckily, we only had a few clients at the time using Binance. I would love to be able to use Binance to automate. I mean, I already wrote the code for it.
right.
But we have clients all over the world. I have clients in Africa. I mean, just so many countries, with that use Coinbase or Kraken. It doesn't matter which exchange you use. Pick one, Coinbase or Kraken, because it's not the exchange that matters. You're not worried about what the exchange can do as long as they can execute trades. That's all I care about. I go into my Coinbase account for two things, to put money in or to take money out. And that's it. I don't care what their screens look like on Coinbase. I don't care what their abilities are or what pretty screens they have or what features they have. None of it matters to me. The auto trader is doing the trading. So move your account from Binance to Kraken or Coinbase and you're on your way.
Very good. Very good. All right. Anonymous has two questions. Is dollar cost averaging recommended, or how does it fare with compounding? Right, system doesn't dollar cost average.
No way. Dollar cost averaging means you're taking a bunch of losing trades and adding them to the winning trades, and then you got your average. We hold on to the losers and just sell all the winners. So I got all profits. I
That
don't sell.
eventually become winners.
Yeah, those losers will become winners. And they'll come big winners too if you're sitting on 10 lots and that coin makes a big jump and you sell a bunch of them off at once. Again, that's a well-seasoned auto trader. I would not want to throw it away and just break even
Right.
on those lots. That's gold. It took a while for that coin to drop enough to add those lots. I'm not going to just throw them away to break even. No way.
So we've got a which is always a question, great question that comes up is how much can I start with? What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up a screen at the end just before we let everybody go, and I'm going to give some examples of that we've created just as what if it was this amount? What would it do if the trader did over the next 3 years what it's done the past 3 years?
And we
So
have this other report on the website, the top 50 traders, they all show starting account values.
right, right.
I mean, this
Well,
guy started with
we give
1,200.
we've had a lot of questions, and people are like, well, we've got $500 or $5,000. So I created an example so people can visualize that. We're almost through the questions. And JP, that's one of your questions. So we'll show you some examples of that. Actually, this is a good transition, not transition point, but let me give you some information. So let's start with anybody that doesn't have their question answered tonight or today that wishes to have it answered. You've got 2 points of light, as I mentioned at the beginning. Ed's group and will gladly answer. And also, Attila and I are with Robotic Crypto Trader Marketing Systems. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post both of those emails in the chat. So, and if 2 days
Okay,
from
why
now,
don't you
2 weeks
do
from now, pardon me?
why don't you do that now, and I'll grab a couple questions.
Just did.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, so Herbert is asking, Ed, how can you never have a loss on a trade if you open a trade and the market goes down and stays down, not giving back to the previous buy, not getting back to the previous buy price?
Well, here, ACH is a perfect example. When I first went into ACH with this trader, the coin was 12 cents. It's a little over 2 cents, which means I do have all these losing positions, but they don't matter to me. What I care about is this. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. This is what I care about. I'm not worried about these losing positions up here. That's this number here. That's just this open inventory. So that's $7,000 of positions that I bought that went down, and that's okay. While it was going down, I still took almost $50,000 of profits in the closed trades from the wiggles. Don't worry about these positions up here, these losers. I'm telling you, this is what kills everybody out there is because they're worried about the losing positions and they don't realize they're taking money in perpetuity. I like that word. It's in perpetuity, meaning forever. For the rest of your life, you're going to just keep taking money as long as that business or that coin stays in business. As long as they don't go to zero. They got to give you free money till you die. I mean, it's diabolical. I feel very evil doing it. But, I mean, and
Please don't.
call me or whatever if you want to talk because I like to help people. I like to, break you out of that brainwashing that you're in.
True. Yeah, actually, this is a
It's,
really good time. Can I pat you on the back a little bit, Ed?
oh, go
Beyond
ahead. Let me turn around.
yeah, beyond the joke of taking Bill Gates and Einstein together, which is
You
funny,
could
but
have threw
it's
Marilyn Monroe in there. I'd look a little better.
well, your wife may have something to say about that, but well, different day, different subject. But I mean, what you've done both in the stock trader and here is you've literally leveled the playing field. I actually talked to a very large hedge fund recently, excuse me, and they have these supposed internal tools that their traders use to help them. Again, all manual, lots of employees, they lose money, right? But the comment. Was that there is no, so when I talked about this in theory, they're like it couldn't happen. But by the way, the point being is that literally you have to have $20 million to actually have somebody trade for you. So what was known as the accredited investor. You don't need this. You don't need that with this tool. I mean, you literally have leveled the playing field. Some people look at it and go, wait a minute, that's 35, well, the discounted price, $3,500 for 3 years is a lot of money. That literally is, as Attila talked about, that's like hiring your own personal trader that does nothing but make profit for you for the rest of your life for less than $100 a month. I don't know how you can look at that analogy and go, what? Wait, I'm never going to not have this trader. I mean, you have leveled the playing field for anybody that has $500, $100 that wants to jump into this as a lifelong profit maker. I mean, so hats off. You've changed the trajectory of my personal legacy and that of my family, and it's done that for
Well,
everybody that's bought the trader. So
well, that's what I like to get when young people sign up, like 20-year-olds, that kind of thing. I like them to get on board. I don't even care if they're just paper trading. The education is worth its weight in gold because they don't get caught up in that brainwashing that's taking place out there that teach me to trade baloney,
right,
where, the people teaching you aren't even really trading themselves.
right,
And they're just teaching you all this misinformation, stop loss. In this system, there's actually a feature. In the old system, I actually had a stop loss for stocks. We don't use it in cryptos, but it was called lock-in loss. And someone asked me, he said, what is that lock-in loss indicator you have there? And I said, well, that's if the coin is going down and you want to just lock in that loss. Sell it and just lock in the loss. And he said, isn't that a stop loss? I said, what's a stop loss? I didn't even know what a stop loss was, and I automated the market. And it was because stop loss is so illogical. I can't get I just can't. Why would I ever put that in a system? He said, well, it's stop losses. If it's going down, you can stop the loss. You mean because he's thinking it's going to go lower. It's like, how do you know what it's going to do? You don't know if it's going to go lower. You haven't stopped anything. All you did was lock in a big loss, and then the coin goes back up. So you end up doing the opposite of what you should be doing. You buy high, sell low, buy high, sell low. It's like, what are you doing? I mean, that's not how you make money. And it's not hard. And let me tell you, this is not rocket science stuff. I do realize I do drink smart water, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's common sense. This is so simple. It's mind-boggling. And again, I'm challenged by it because think how I feel when I'm presenting to audiences all over the country, all over, literally every state, and in live audiences, and everybody's brainwashed. It's like that cartoon you see with the penguin standing in the middle of all the million other penguins, and he's saying, "I gotta be me."
That's funny.
It's like, no, you're another penguin. Shut up.
That's
But it's hard to be the abstainer.
yeah.
That word, the abstainer, when everybody else is saying one thing and you're saying, no, you're all wrong. That's not easy to do.
Yeah,
I've
but
gotten
you
good at it.
but
I've
Ed,
gotten good
you
at it.
have 24 years of proof.
And 50
So,
years of programming on
and
top of that. 50
well,
years of programming.
and you're only 35 years old. So here's a great comment for you. So what is the disadvantages or limitations you are facing in GoBabyTrade? Can I answer that?
Sure, go ahead.
Not owning the trader.
Oh, yeah, that is. No, but I'm going to tell you the disadvantages. It's hard to say the disadvantages, and there's a reason for that. It's not like I just created an auto trader today and it's got all these flaws in it. I've been doing this 24 years. If there were any flaws, they were taken out as we were going over 24 years. I was learning. And like I said, when I first started out, I didn't know anything about the market. I just knew in the 90s I had millions of dollars after I left Microsoft and I was all in, but it didn't mean I knew how to do anything. I learned along the way. And you know who taught me? You did. The people did. The feedback that I got constantly, and we were working together. When I set out to automate the market, this wasn't like a real, I don't want to call it a product, but it was we were all working together to conquer the market. It wasn't just me, it's us. And we were working together to conquer the market. And so I had to learn along the way. And all the stuff that anything that I knew that I didn't like, we got rid of. Like, for instance, indicators. There's one indicator in here that wasn't there before. It's an indicator that says do not close a position if you know you're just going to buy it right back. That's an indicator built into this system. Do not close a position if you know you're going to buy it right back. So before the software gets ready to close a position profitably, it looks ahead and it says, am I just going to buy this right back if I close it? And if I am, then don't close it. Otherwise, all you're doing is giving money to the exchange. So that's what I mean. That was not in the trader for 24 years. We came up with that over the last couple of years. So as I learn more, the software gets smarter and smarter and smarter. That's why it's so great. So I get the question. You've told me all these great things. Tell me some bad things. If I knew of a bad thing, don't you think I would have fixed it? I don't know of a single bad thing. You know what the bad thing is? I just thought of one. You. You will panic. When the market goes down, you will panic and say, I want to get out because the market's going down and I don't like the idea that I'm buying more shares at a lower price. Someone actually said that's like catching a falling knife. That was a cliche he threw out during a presentation. Adding to a losing position is like catching a falling knife. He was completely wrong, but he threw that out there. Adding to a position while it's going down is what you should be doing instead of adding to it while it's going up. You can also add to it while it's going up. The software buys and sells while it's going higher, and it buys and sells while it's going lower. The name of the game is keep taking money. If you keep taking money, you can't lose in the long run. Now, I just threw out another word, in the long run. Now, what if you sign up today and the prices go down and you say, the heck with this, I'm losing money, I want out. See, you're your own worst enemy.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point. There's only literally two ways that you can lose money with this system. If you manually manipulate the software and all of the work, the 24 years of work that Ed has put into this, and change the strategy, it's
Yeah, right
all
here,
set for
here's a
you.
nice way to lose money. Click close and close the entire position at a loss. See, that would make you lose money. If you
Yep.
just let the software do what it does, you'll be fine.
Yeah, two ways: manually manipulate, or the company coin goes out of business. Those literally the only two ways, right?
Yeah.
So DM sounds too good to be true. It's the same gentleman that asked 3,500 bucks if it does what you say it's going to do. Well, actually, it's $4,500, but Crypto Casey, because we are both fans of Crypto Casey, that us and everyone in the audience, we've provided an exclusive discount for her rabid fans, of which I'll post some things. But yeah, I should have said, and I normally do, scratch your head at the beginning, because you're gonna see some things that appear too good to be true. Take away that programming and realize that this literally, you're looking at a screen of a non-manipulated account. This is one of several live accounts that literally in a 80% crypto winter over the last 3.5 years has returned over 100%. That's not made up.
Oh, people are
So
doing this. We have people with big accounts taking over $1,000 a day profits, and some taking $3,500 a day. And it's up to the market really how much you're going to make day by day.
right,
Like today is not a sell day. It's not a sell day. It's all the coins are down. It's a buy day. The software's smart enough to only buy it once, so it's not even going to buy it twice today. It's going to slow down and say, you know what, I'm not even going to buy it more than once. And but you can see if you go down and scroll through the history here, December 21st was a big sell day. Take profits day. It was just nothing but give me money, give me money, give me money. All the stuff you bought on the 20th, you just sold on the 21st. And that goes on and on and on. You can go all the way back. That's all it does is just buy and sell. Just keep giving me free money. I call it free money. And you're right. The person that said it sounds too good to be true. And that's too bad because I can only show you so much logic. I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm a programmer, not a therapist. I mean, I
you do
mean,
occasionally have.
just numbers going up and down. You're overthinking it. You know what's too good to be true? You actually being able to predict what a coin's gonna do the next day. So all that stuff, that all analysis everybody's doing, that to me is too good to be true. Because if I had a magic indicator that told me what a coin was gonna do tomorrow, I'd be the richest person on the planet. The fact is that doesn't exist. So
Right.
that is too good to be true. All that teach me to trade baloney is all too good to be true because it's not true. This, on the other hand, is true. This
This
is
take
absolutely true. This is
this
just
takes
numbers going up and down.
this takes the human out of it. There's no emotion in your management system. It just does what you programmed it to do.
Yeah.
DM's got a taking, and we usually get this question. Does the trader take in consideration fees? Yes, it does. So when your profit threshold is set, which I think we talked about this, but just to reiterate, your the profit management piece is 3% up and 3% down as a default now, right?
Yes, but you
Okay.
see this profits it took? The fees are already included in that.
Yeah, these are net
That
profit.
is after fees.
Net profits, right? Right. Good
Right.
question. Good question. All right. Anonymous says, "Wow. Hopefully, I mean, everybody should say that. You should be excited about it." Um, Barbara, please address the trading fees as it would appear substantial. Just talked about it. Thank you.
I
Uh,
got it, Edward.
yes, sir.
Let me just address what Anonymous said. He said, wait a minute. Are you saying if we don't interfere with the trader, it will trade and place the profits directly into our account? Huh? That's literally his statement or her statement. Now, remember,
Yes.
started the Zoom. I said I'd like everybody to remember two things. The first one was this is literally set it and forget it. I can't be more clear on that. Why do you think I got involved in this in 2012? I'm not
That's
a,
because
I'm,
people are brainwashed to believe that this doesn't exist.
I mean,
Yeah.
it really
You know,
does.
this is my typical behavior, folks. I hate to say it. It's my whole life, you know. The whole time at Microsoft, it was the same way. I was always delivering the impossible in record time. And
Well,
that's why I got so much stock options. Yeah, I got rewarded handsomely for literally delivering the impossible in record time.
You know
well,
how
I mean,
much
it was,
thank you
you
for
know,
that.
and only because I can just see the logic. I can just see the common sense in things. And the market is the most common sense. It's the simplest. You could not create a simpler market than what we have. Literally, they handed us something that just gives us free money. Just buy and sell for life for free. It's just like up and down, just free money. As long as, I mean, think about it. Like I said about Bank of America in 2012, it was $10 a share. And I said, who, if you could trade that forever, it's just numbers doing this. As long as they stay in business, they got to pay you for life. This
Mr.
is,
Tollbooth.
and it's not baloney.
No, it's not.
It's a brainwashing in our society. I don't know what it is, but I've heard people say, I don't know what it is, but there's got to be a catch to it or something. I don't know what that catch could be because I haven't seen it. Now, the stock market was different. They said you could not execute more than 3 round trips. If you had under $25,000, you could not execute more than 3 round trips, a buy and a sell of a coin in a 5 day period. Now,
Wow.
see, they were literally, they were there to stop the little guy, stop him from making money. Don't let him buy and sell a coin, or buy it today and sell it today. For if he
That's
has
forgotten
less
about
than
them.
$25,000. They
Right.
went out of their way to stop it, but that's not in the crypto market. The crypto market is the Wild West, baby. It's like you can do 10 round trips in a day, 20 round trips in the same day. And we do it too. There are days, man, when you're buying and selling the same coin, it's your buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, and it's fully automated. And
That's going
there's
to
no
happen a
trick
lot
to it.
as we're
I
pushing the
feel
bull market.
bad.
Yeah.
I feel bad for anyone thinks there's a trick to it or there's some kind of gimmick or something.
I think it might come down to what you just said, Ed. You just said something that said when you're buying it and you're selling it, what you actually mean is when the trader is buying it and selling it
Yeah, I
for,
do say I sometimes when I say you're or something, but it's the trader 100%.
yeah.
And yeah, I wouldn't try to do this manually. You could never keep up with the numbers.
There's a
Yeah.
question. Does the GoBabyTrade XAU, which is gold, but
Gold.
that's on the stock trader only, right?
Yeah, I don't, we only have the symbols that Go Baby Trade that Coinbase and Kraken will
Right.
execute.
Yeah.
Yep. XAU and SLV are what you can trade in the stock. Excuse me, in the
Now
stock
we
market.
have a stock trader. We
Right.
have the stock trader. If you go to the website, you can see up here it says switch to stocks.
Yep.
You can actually switch to, the stock trader.
Separate license.
And
It's a
we
separate
have a
license.
lot of clients that do that actually, trade stocks, and they do. Some clients only trade SLV, silver.
Hmm. Yeah, good
So, like I
concept.
said, even that, you want to talk illogic. I watch TV and I see these commercials on there for buying and selling silver or buying silver. And I'm like, that's illogical to me. To hold physical silver when you're missing thousands of trades up and down on a simple 2% move, like a 50-cent move up and down, you could be getting multiple trades a week on silver as it wiggles around
Yeah.
up and down.
It
Free
just
money for life. But yet people still want to hold on to that physical silver and they're missing all the action.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you have any silver sitting in your drawer, dump it all, man. I wouldn't hold. I do not own any assets that my auto trader doesn't trade. I
Trader.
am not a buy and
Right.
holder of anything. No way.
Let me grab this one real quick from Herbert. Can I pay in multiple installments? The answer is no. But the second part of the question is a good one. Do you take crypto payments? Yes, actually, you could pay for your trader with USDC. Don't send anything but USDC. We just had somebody send Ethereum in error. I think he's on here
No,
today.
that'll work. He could do it. If he
Yeah.
sent, if the auto trader won't automatically, or the sign up process won't automatically create the account, that's a manual process if he sent the Ethereum.
No, I sent you an email on that, Ed. I sent
Oh,
it.
you did? Okay.
Yeah,
But if he sent USDC, it would automatically create the account.
right. But he sent Ethereum in error. I'm just telling everybody.
That's all right.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be a manual. I'll see that. I'll have to look in there and see it, and then I'll create his account manually.
Go ahead, Edward.
Sean, I think well, you're actually answering Sean about getting technical questions.
Yes,
Um,
I'm sending him a
right.
support baby.
Yep.
Right.
No worries. Anonymous says, I missed the first 15 minutes. I appreciate the repeat. But good news is everybody that's on here, Zoom will automatically send you a replay of the entire webinar about this time tomorrow. Okay. DM, thank you. Wonderful, Webby. Thanks, guys. Happy holidays. Um,
I love the Q&A. I love Q&As that
yeah,
go
me
on and
too.
on.
Me too. What did you say the cost is? So, very good transition point. So, it's normally $4,499 for a 3-year license. My assumption is that, or we would assume that how you found this, how you got to this webinar, is because you're a rabid fan of Crypto Casey, as we are. So, I'm going to post a couple of things in the chat. One is actually the first two, because she just released an updated video on YouTube. So I'm going to post the original one that was in August, and then one that was just a few days ago, so that you have those you can watch. But most importantly, those that actually want to take advantage of the discount, and we don't know how long the discount is going to be available. But Merry Christmas. Here is the link to Crypto Casey's $1,000 discount. So your net price is $3,499 for a 3-year license. Okay. There you go. Please share the discounted link. Just did. Thank you. You're one step ahead of us. All right. Cover the cost. Okay. What are the fees? What are the fees Coinbase charges for buy and sell orders? Well, it depends. You can Ed, when you connect, just to clarify, when people connect their Coinbase account, it automatically trades on Coinbase advanced
Right.
account
Well, that's
settings,
where the
right?
reduced fees are.
Right. Now, we had this question before about if you should you also subscribe to Coinbase One for the $30, $29.95 a month? Does that help reduce fees further?
No,
Okay.
that doesn't reduce the fees, but you get a report at the end of the year showing where they matched up all the buys and the sells for your taxes. So
Yep.
that's nice to have that report already done.
Okay. Excuse me. Um, Tom's obviously a Crypto Casey fan. It says should use a different example of what she shows. She's made a whopping $188. That is a test account for her. Obviously, she's not gonna. Well, it's her choice not to show her actual account, but she has a very substantial account with great performance. Unlike Ed's, well, I mean, Ed's got great performance, but Ed has chosen to reveal at least one of his traders, and you can see that's a live trading account. So Casey, if you've listened to a lot of her stuff, she normally stays right down the middle, and recommends things that have been good performing for her. And this is one of them. So I can't ask her to or attest her to but now you see real live trading accounts. Okay. Optimal level of coins to trade.
Let me
Uh,
get let me get that one.
okay.
If, if you're my feelings on this one is if you're under $10,000, stick to 3 to 4. Once you go over 10,000, if you want to add a fifth, that's great. Again, there has been zero documentation scientifically or correlation showing that the more coins you put in the trader, the more money the trader is going to make for you. Absolutely not. Stick to 3 to 5 max, guys. Keep this simple. Uh, Being with Ed since 2012, the common mistake I've seen is people try to mess with the settings. They try to overthink this. It's really, really boil it down to the common denominator. Here's the trader in 20 seconds. You fund it with 3 to 4 coins, 5,000, 10,000, whatever you want. When the coin goes up 2 to 3%, it takes a profit, makes you money. When it goes down 2 to 3%, it buys more so it could make you money when it goes back up. Period. End of story. Let it do it by itself. This is only complicated to those that are trying to outthink 2.5 million plus lines of code. Are you kidding me?
In 24 years of experience. This
Yeah,
literally has only one screen of settings. You're looking at them right now.
there you go.
One screen. The old system, remember till it had 10 screens
No,
of ways to blow yourself up. And
precisely.
people did.
They
This
did.
one reduces it all down to its simplest core. Enable AI. AI is turned on. Max lots in a single day. Two, what that means is if the coin is just going down, 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 we don't want to go in one day. We don't want to go buy, 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 buy. We want to stop after 2 buys. If it's going up and down, we can do that all day long. But if it goes down and then down, we're going to stop buying after 1 buy and a second buy. That's it. And the software also has a fail-safe built into it that if the whole market's really crashing, it'll only buy it 1 time. It won't even buy it a second time.
Mhm.
Then this here is 60-minute pauses between buys and sells. The market wants to breathe. Let the market breathe. Let it go where it wants. If it wants to drop 12% or go up 12%, let it. Don't feel like you have to be in complete control of the market. The market doesn't care what you think, so let the market do what it wants to do, and these pauses are very important. Then this one here says simply, if I'm up $500 on any position, just give it to me. I don't even care what my profit goal is. If I'm up 500 on a position, just take it. That's a no-brainer. But normally, it just goes for 3% profit goals. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to be making just 3% because the AI is in there. It's going to let it go further. Plus, the market jumps. The market literally can jump up 19% in 2 minutes. The market can go up 50% right away. So you're going to be making a lot more than 3%. But the 3% is the minimum. What we're saying is I want to make at least 3% on every trade. And that really squeezes the market. So on days when the market's really not wanting to move much, you're still taking money. Again, diabolical. Um, the next, I'm evil. I know I'm evil, and I get it. I know I've got the market right where I want it, man. 24 years, I got that market trapped.
Dude, you're
They got
not
to keep me.
you're not evil. You're a superhero. The people
Well,
that
it's just like,
the people that get a chance to be exposed to this and actually believe that it's real. I don't know why you wouldn't, but it's much easier when you have a trader and you're making profit. I'm all in, and all of my friends are
oh,
all in
me too.
and kissing
Yeah,
my feet. But
everybody I know is in
you've
too.
put people in a place that they have a decision that they can deprogram and understand exactly simply what you presented and make money, take profits for the rest of their lives.
Cool. Now you
Which
see that's absolutely true. Pull back after reaching goal. Typically in the stock market, those of you who ever trade stocks, you let a coin or a stock go higher and you wait for a small pullback before you get out, even though it's already past your goal. We don't do that in the crypto market. Number one, we have AI. If AI doesn't say it's going to go higher and I've already reached my goal, just give me the money. I don't need to wait for it to go down. And this one here I told you about. Do not close lots that will be immediately reopened. If the software knows it's just going to buy it again as soon as I close it, then why am I closing it? This one here is real nice. Lot size options. The software calculates the shares. It says let the system calculate the shares for you. Now, there used to be more features in this one. It used to allow you to tell it how much money to use per trade. I got rid of that. See, this is one of the things that you talk about flaws. I allowed the people to hurt themselves. Because a guy would say, I want to trade in $1,000 lot sizes. Every time it buys, I want it to spend $1,000. Well, the guy's only got $5,000 in his account and he's trading 5 coins. He 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There goes all his 5,000 all the way at the top. Now he's broke and it goes down and he has no more money to trade because he's all in up here. The software, if you use these features, it ensures you will always have money no matter where it goes.
Right. And
And
you
that's
said
critical.
you always say that that your original trader had 10 pages, which was 10 different pages of ways to blow yourself up. You've
Right.
now distilled it to what really matters, and you've created it as a default, so nobody has to do anything.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And you
So
literally, these are the defaults. You don't have to change anything. Your trader is already set. You see this expected trading window. This means down here, what that means is I want my trading window to be 100% all the way to the bottom. That means no matter where the price goes, you got to keep giving me free money unless the coin goes out of business. Literally for the rest of your life. Somebody said he had some silver that he wanted in his drawer, or actually he said he had his toolbox full of coins, and he said he's I said, what are you holding all that junk for? Because he's not making anything on the wiggles of the price of gold or silver. So he's just holding it, waiting for it to go to some new high. And he said he's holding it as an heirloom to give to his grandkids. I said, all they're going to do is blow it the minute you give it to them. They don't know what to do with it.
Hey,
How
Ed.
about giving them a fully funded robotic trader, man? Now you've given them an heirloom.
Well,
That to me is an heirloom, something that you could pass down and hand to your kids or grandkids, and something that'll grind out money for the rest of their life
Ed,
instead of some silver dollars that they're just going to have no. What are they going to do with it besides
this
sell it?
this was phenomenal. For the sake of time, we've gone an hour, 45 minutes because of all the great questions that came in. So we're going to end it now. We're back
yep,
here. We're back here next Thursday, same time, same channel, and then starting the first week of January, a week from the second, that would be the 9th. We're going to have no, the 8th. That's a
yep,
Wednesday.
the eighth. Yep, gentlemen, if I could, let me just end with examples. I'm gonna cut you off, Ed,
No, the
uh,
ninth.
because we get this question all the time. Um, that is, so here's a couple of examples, and you guys can validate the math. But people ask, "Oh, what should I start with?" Well, if the cost is you're getting the advantage of the discount, so 34.99. So this example talks about starting with 2,500. Now, again, this is just example, but if you applied what happened over the last 3+ years and it's returned 100% year over year, then this is a plausible example. But so $2,500 at the end of your 3-year license is your account value is $20,000. If you just stop there, your cost in the 3 years is $3,500. You now have $20,000, so your net profit is 16,501. I mean, who would say no to this type of ROI potential at $97 a month? Then that's literally $97 a month to have the potential that could change your financial life. So the next one, and in 5 years, $80,000. Obviously, you would have another license fee, but here's an example of $5,000. Self-explanatory. Your cost versus your net profit, and how many buttons do you have to push, Ed? Past the buy button? None.
None. Yeah. I'm just looking at all the available coins that Coinbase has to offer. But the better report is this one here, the highest trade count report. I only would trade the coins in the first top 10 because those are the ones, or even, 1,500 trades a year. Because there are coins down here that are just junk. So you don't want to just throw any random coin in
Right.
that are going to give you 300 trades in a year when you could be trading coins that are going to give you 1,500 trades in a year.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
Ed,
all about
go to
how
the
many
top.
wiggles.
Go to the top again. I'm just going to do one quick math, and then we'll let everybody go. This is amazing, amazing, amazing attendance for the day after Christmas. We forgot to say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, great New Year's. It's been great for us. We hope you join the team. But let's just look at ABT. That's the worst over the last 30 days, even though you're looking at 1,940 trades. So let's make the math work. So if it's set for 3% profit, 46 times 3, that's 138% on that one coin in 1 month. Your top, as far as I can see, you're down to number 14. All have over 1,450 trades over the year. You calculate those trades times a 3% margin or 3% profit, and that's the potential, no matter which coin you pick.
Folks, that's great stuff, Edward. Thank you for sharing that. And guys, this was great. We thank everyone for being here. If you feel this is value for you, pull the trigger, get the $1,000 discount on the link that Edward put into the chat. And it's also in Crypto Casey show notes. But this just flat out works. I mean, it's got a 24-year track record. It literally is set it and forget it. And besides that, everything you saw today. So with that, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. If you have any questions, you've got two very valuable support email addresses in the chat.
Very good. Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Attila.
Thank you, guys.
That was a nice Q&A session. I love that.
Yes, thank you.
Very nice.
Bye for now.